Hello and welcome. My name is Marae, and this is the Travel Family Academy, an academy made by parents for parents who have a passion for traveling. We are here to help you travel more, to help you do it with your kids, and to help you monetize your life so that you can make more money to travel with or without your kids. Today, we are going to be talking about becoming a mom brand, how to do that on Instagram, and different ways to monetize a mom brand on Instagram. I would like to invite you to subscribe to our channel if you would like to learn more about monetizing your life on Instagram or your interest on Instagram and having more opportunities for growing a community, partnering with brands, making money online, and spending more time either with your kids or traveling the world or doing whatever it is that you like effortlessly, or at least a lot less effort than having to work a 9 to 5. You can also find us on Instagram at Travel Family Academy or on our blog where we share tons of resources on traveling with kids and also on how to monetize Instagram. And that is at www.travelfamilyacademy.com. All right. Let's talk about how you can monetize your mom brand. On our previous video, and if you haven't seen it yet, you can go ahead and we'll link it below for you. We explain what a mom brand is. And becoming a mom brand doesn't really take that many special skills, and you don't have to have that many things that you're interested in. But for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to pick a few examples, and we're going to talk about how you can monetize your Instagram regardless of what your mom brand is. So let's say that your mom brand is traveling, right? So you are a travel mom and you specialize on New York City outings, right? So New York City travel mom. You're going to be with a toddler. So toddler, 3 to 5 years old in New York City. So it's very specific. And the reason we talk about this more on our guide, if you are a little bit uncertain about what I'm talking about or feel like, well, why is she being so specific? Or you're not really familiar with niche, I invite you to get our free guide. It's going to be at the link below. It has over 300 different ideas of niches you can pick. So if you're starting out and you don't know how to become a mom brand, how to pick a niche, how to pick something to talk about on Instagram, I invite you to check it out. It's completely free and I will give you some ideas plus a little mini guide on how to pick a niche that sticks and actually sells. Fast forward, I think let's assume you all have a niche. And your niche, for the sake of this conversation, is you're a New York mom. So in that area of the country, you travel with a toddler and you have things to do in and around New York City. New York is a pretty big city, which I'm sure thousands of mom bloggers, probably even mom bloggers that have toddlers. So you have to be more specific. If you were somewhere a little bit more broad, or somewhere where there were less content creators, then obviously you would have to be so specific. But let's say for the sake of this conversation, you have a toddler and you like doing excursions. So the main thing that pops to mind is obviously you're going to get partnerships from restaurants, kid museums, kid activity places, and all that stuff that you can showcase on your Instagram. So maybe you're partnering with brands, cafes, restaurants, Uber services, etc., to showcase what it's like to travel around that area with a child. So you have your brand partnerships. You're also going to have your hotel partnerships, which are going to be a lot of the comp partnerships where you're going to be exchanging exposure and content for a stay. So let's say you're going to be traveling around that area of the country, then you would specify on that. Besides that, you would become affiliated with some brands that you love. So you would make money from every time that somebody clicks on the link you showcase. And you can do that with zero following through brands like Amazon, for example. It takes no effort. You do not have to have a big account and you can just have an Amazon account, and everything you purchase, you share your link to it. It's a specific link that gives you a kickback every time somebody shops. It comes at no cost to them whatsoever. It's the same as if they would find a link anywhere else online, but because they used your link, you get a kickback. So you could do this with almost any brand out there and make a kickback. Obviously, this is very time consuming and you want to be selective about how many brands, but that's a conversation for another topic. If you are this mom that specialized in this realm, maybe you also create little mini guides around the cities around New York City or the states around New York or places that you know that people from New York have really accessible, like I don't know, Bermuda or Florida, like whatever your community visits a lot. And maybe you put together mini guides or packing guides, right? And these could be really inexpensive products, let's say $7 products, $5 products, $3 products. But you can sell them on demand almost completely without any effort. Once you create it, you can connect it online and sell it from your Instagram. And you could literally be selling these in your sleep. And maybe at the beginning, you don't have a lot of people buying them. But as your account grows and your reputation grows, you're also making making money from all these people that are coming to you for tips on this specific area because you are now the queen of New York City entertainment and activity ideas to do in and around New York with a toddler. So then on top of that, you have now you have brand partnerships, you have the hotel accommodations and all that stuff, which I put in a separate category because a lot of times it's not paid. So when you have a big account and depending on what realm of hotels you work with, then you would have those paid. But a lot of times those partnerships tend to be at the beginning, especially comped, but it's a big amount of money. If you're going on vacation, your hotel is almost like half of the amount of money you're spending anyway. So having that taken care of is almost like making money. Not really, but almost. So you would have that besides the brand partnerships, which would pay you to talk about their brands and go to their places, etc. But on top of that, you would also have your affiliate sales. So let's say that you only do Amazon. You're making money from selling things on Amazon every month. And then let's say on top of that, you are selling your guides and your checklists for this specific area. And so now you're making money on your sleep for this. But then on top of that, you put together a course where you are coaching other moms, just once or twice a month on how to put together really quick itineraries based on the resources they have around them. And you sell that course as well. This will take more of your time because you have to coach them one-on-one. Obviously, you don't have to do this. It's just an option. On top of that, you start making long format videos on YouTube, such as this one, teaching moms, let's say, how to put together the perfect itinerary for one-day trips or trips around this area. And then every time your video gets watched, you're making money from the YouTube ads. I've already mentioned like 5 or 6 different sources of revenue that you can make from one thing. And the crazy thing about it is that the more you grow your brand and the more you expand, the more clients are going to be coming to you and the more opportunities you're going to have to brand yourself. You can do live events. You can host parties. You can literally, it's endless. You can create your own line of merchandise. Let's say that tomorrow you have a baby and because you've done it the first time and you had such an experience with the buttons of the onesie, you decide to then create a onesie brand specifically for your area, one that's good for all seasons, and it's a hit, or one that has like a layer that you can add to it that it's perfect for, adding on for the winter season. So minimalist for moms that like to travel and pack light. So as you can see, there's a million ideas you can come up with. And the more your brand grows and people know you, the more you can expand what you do. And this applies to everything. I'm going to use another example because that way you can see that it's not just travel related. So let's say that you are a mom who's passionate about breastfeeding. You had your first pregnancy was really bad. You couldn't breastfeed, because you were just not well informed, and you struggled because you assumed that breastfeeding was going to be putting the baby there and boom, beautiful latch. And it's just this beautiful, gorgeous thing you see in the pictures. And then you hated it. So then in your second pregnancy, you actually took a course and you became a lactation consultant and you learned how to actually get a baby to latch. You worked one-on-one with a doula and you had the most beautiful breastfeeding journey. So now you've made it your mission to teach others how to breastfeed, even for moms that their moms have a history of not breastfeeding, blah, 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 right? So then you have a whole account on breastfeeding and teaching moms how to breastfeed, even ones that didn't breastfeed their first baby or couldn't breastfeed their first baby. And so you coach people on this, right? So you have a coaching program and you sell your coaching. But then on top of that, you partner with breast pump brands, right? And some of them are paying you for promotion. So content creation, you create content for these brands, little courses they can sell. But on top of that, some brands come and pay you to advertise on your platform because you're growing and more moms are coming to you. And then on top of that, you have some brands that you affiliated with and you sell the products for them, their pumps, their maternity clothing, you name it, and et cetera, et cetera. So you can do the same thing with just about anything out there. And it literally does not have to include showing your baby's face if you don't want to. It doesn't have to share anything personal about your life. I know creators that literally have entire families and nobody knows. Like I know creators that are just talking about being a real estate person, but they're being a real estate agent from the perspective of a mom. So they're attracting a clientele that knows what it's like to have a kid show up, with you to show a house, for example, or she specializes on brand new, like first family homes, right? And nobody knows this person has a kid online. The kid is nowhere to be seen. You can do the same thing with just about anything that you like doing. And the beautiful part of it is that when you develop a mom brand, your brand grows with you. My mom brand started as a brand new mom, no idea how I was going to do it, really confident on traveling, but really no idea. And it has evolved, and now I'm pregnant with another baby and I'm continuing to grow and showcase more. And my mom brand is expanding because my motherhood journey is expanding. And so it's guaranteeing income and work for me for the next 5 to 10 years, or as long as I want to continue it going, because by the time my kids are 13, my followers are going to have kids that are 13, right? So then if I want to continue talking about traveling with teens, great. I'm sure those people are still going to be figuring out how to travel with teens, because now they have teens as well. And the whole idea of creating an Instagram brand, and we say Instagram once again because it's a platform that we know and that we have fallen in love with and know really well how to make it work, but you could do it anywhere. And the beautiful thing about it is that when you develop a mom brand around your life, around your motherhood journey, then you get to slow down in this period of your life and actually take it all in and get to enjoy the parts of motherhood that are interesting to you, right? Like maybe you're really interested in making food with your baby, or learning how to make food that the whole family wants to eat, but that is also healthy, right? And then by sharing that journey, you motivate, inspire, and help other moms out. And in the process, you grow and make a living out of it. And what could be better than making a living out of doing the things you love? You let me know in the comments. If you have any questions regarding creating a mom brand on Instagram, on social media, making a living out of just who you are, jump in the comments below and stay tuned, because next week we'll continue talking about this subject and how you can monetize Instagram super fast so that you can make money as a mom, just a mom. Nothing super special about it, right? Anyway, my name is Marae. It was a pleasure hanging out with you. If you'd like to learn more about how to monetize your social media and make money so you can have time freedom, then go ahead and subscribe, or come hang out with us on Instagram at Travel Family Academy, or on our blog at travelfamilyacademy.com. Thank you for watching.